Hello, watchers. We are live once again, part 3 of our trilogy, The Death and Rebirth of Comic Watch. Welcome
Everybody
to the
knows the
Rebirth.
third part is the best part of any trilogy.
Obviously, have you seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Have you seen Star Wars? Wait.
Oh, oh, we're gonna get into it there. Let's not. So here we are again. My name's Nick. We're here talking about what's being called the death and rebirth of Comic Watch. Joined with me, as always, Matt Meyer. Thanks for being here.
But of course.
So this is part 3 of the trilogy. We've talked about the origins. We talked about the death of Comic Watch, which is kind of what you'll see right now if you go to comic-watch.com. It's not there. What we're talking about tonight is the rebirth and what that means for Comic Watch moving forward. So I'm going to start off with the fact that we are going live. I'm finally ready to announce it. We're going live tomorrow, Wednesday morning, new comic book day. We're going to be live. Look for us about 9 a.m. Eastern, and you should find us live with a fresh new look with some really cool stuff that I'm excited to share everybody. Matt, are you hyped to go live?
Dude, I can't even tell you how hyped I am.
It's kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah, it totally is. This has been the last almost 2 weeks have been just a complete emotional and roller coaster for us, and just draining on all fronts, and now we get to share the fruit of I say our labors, but Nick has really been spearheading this. Nick has believed in Comic Watch. He's invested in our future as an organization and a website, and we really wouldn't be where we're fixing to head starting tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, if it weren't for Nick's leadership. And so, Nick, buddy, thank you so much for everything that you've done. And I know I speak for the rest of the editor staff and the rest of the writers that our hats are all off to you for your efforts.
It's gonna make me cry. I thank you.
Dude, let it out. It's all good.
Yeah, like it's such a treat to be a part of this team, and it really has come to be a lot more important in my life than I ever thought it would be. We have such a magnificent team of people who I love working with. I talk to every single day, and it never gets old. And I'm just so excited for what the future has.
Absolutely. So, Nick, what does the future hold? Ooh.
So I'm going to go ahead and share just a little bit for our people who are watching, who are hanging out with us. We do have some pretty cool news that if I can pull it up right, I will be able to show what we're going to, a little hint, I guess, a tease of what the new look of Comic Watch actually looks like. And there we go.
Hey.
We have one of the biggest things that I'm so happy to announce and to kind of give people a first look at here with the new Comic Watch logo. We have kind of evolved in the same breath of, the DC logo evolution. We brought in an absolute star in the comics industry, Darren Bennett of AndWorld Design, who was an absolute genius working on this, so professional, so kind, and so helpful to design us a whole new look for the Comic Watch brand. So we've got a new logo, a new brand, all going live with a whole new fresh site.
Not only did Darren Bennett design this logo for us, right, but we had already been talking to him and had basically contracted him before the site kind of went poof. Yeah. And as soon as Nick reached out to him and said, brother, this is what's going on, he moved us to the top of the line and put us at a priority because he understood the importance for us organizationally to have a kick-ass, clean, new look when we relaunch. So Darren Bennett, everybody, consummate professional, one of the best letters and designers in the business. Just we can't thank this guy enough. So thank you.
It's so true. And honestly, it's been such a heartwarming, yet tragic, yet amazingly brilliant experience to see so many cool people sort of rally behind Comic Watch. We had contacted Darren, like Matt said, probably a few weeks before any of the discussion of migrating to a new server even happened. And we had been kind of feeling out who we wanted to help us redesign the new direction of Comic Watch and kind of give us an update on our aesthetic and our whole look, and reinvigorate the brand a little bit. And Darren was pretty top of the list, and somebody who were like, we would like, that would just be incredible if we could just have somebody like Darren Bennett work on something like Comic Watch, our little grassroots organization here. And Darren, and I cannot speak highly enough, was very quick to say, yeah, I would love to work with you. Here's some ideas. What do you have that you're thinking? So we were bouncing around ideas for a little while, and while that was going on, we had hit the point where we needed to upgrade. So let's pull the trigger and we do a server migration, and then everything goes away. So I reach out to Darren. I say, look, this is the situation. This is what happened. We don't have a website to show you for context anymore. But we want to go live as quick as possible.
Yeah.
and with that, Darren, I don't even think an hour later, emailed me back and said, I totally understand. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. What do you need and when do you need it? And just like that, no questions asked, Darren was on it. We were in such good hands and delivered something incredibly brilliant and beautiful in a whole new direction for Comic Watch. I'm so excited.
Yep.
But that is not everything.
It is not.
So there's going to be a lot of new things that you're going to be seeing with Comic Watch. We're going to hit the ground running tomorrow at about 9 a.m. Eastern with all of our new content, all the stuff that our writers have been working on. In the meantime, we've got some news articles that we've been sitting on that I am so hyped to talk about, like some that just happened today that I'm already working on. And once we are live, we're going to have a few new announcements coming up. If within the next week, within the coming weeks, of some new things that we're doing, some new initiatives that we have going. And I think it's going to be a really cool new phase for Comic Watch. And our readers should enjoy a whole new reading experience on the website, sort of custom tailored by the letterer designer extraordinaire Darren Bennett himself. We kind of pitched in on the design of the site, and I think it's going to be a really cool experience for everybody.
Yeah. We've got a brand new font look for the entire site. Nick, I mean, it might sound like small potatoes to some people, but I mean, talk about the aesthetics of this thing and why we ran with it.
Yeah, it's important because it's something we've talked about quite a few times on here, and something we've even got in trouble for not doing enough sometimes in giving the letterers enough credit. And I think this reinvigoration of the Comic Watch website stems directly from the importance of what letterers can bring to comics in general, and how you interact with the actual content, how you engage with it, and how it carries you through the story or the context or the content that is being told. And Darren Bennett brought those skills to Comic Watch and pretty quickly helped us to put together a total package for a reading experience for not just any website, but a comics journalism website. And I think that was such an important step for us to take as a brand that honestly I don't see a lot of other people doing, a lot of other organizations. This is something that I think is really important for us, and it's going to make a difference. As soon as you log onto the website, you're going to notice just how important Darren's role was in the redesign of this entire website.
Absolutely. Darren Bennett, official friend of Comic Watch.
It's so true. There's a whole new color palette, some new functions, some little things added to the website that are I'm pretty excited to show everybody. We've got things like you'll be able to access our Twitter and Instagram feed straight from the website now. So some upgrades like that are really exciting.
Yeah.
And I don't want to step on any toes here, but we might be also launching with a new social media platform at Comic Watch tomorrow to go along with the relaunch of the website. Some cool things in the works there. So you'll be seeing it posted to any of our other social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Comic Watch HQ. go follow all of them. Be
Oh
sure
yeah,
to set your reminders for about 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow when the website goes live, when you'll be able to find all of our past articles again. We'll be back up and running with a whole new look, a whole new aesthetic that we are super excited for, and it's going to be a good time for Comic Watch.
absolutely. We are fixing to run this town, and the other
That's
guys don't even
true.
know it yet.
And what I wanted to close with is kind of the importance of what this is as a rebirth, because all the best rebirths that we've known in comics don't come from reinventing the wheel. They come from focusing on what made that character's legacy great and what makes that character great for the future. And I feel like we've really done that at Comic Watch, and we've kind of nailed down, what we're doing here, what our role is in comics journalism, and what we want to do in the future. And that has sort of played into this rebirth and a whole new redesign for what we want to do as a brand. And it's going to play a big role in what we do moving forward.
Absolutely. We are fandom news and pro reviews, period.
That's true.
We don't have corporate overlords. We're not doing this to get rich. We're doing this because we love comics. We love writing about comics. And we just love the fandom and getting to share it with everybody else.
So simple as that. And we're ready to take that love of fandom to the next level.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So with that, thank you all so much for your patience during this downtime and kind of putting up with us, like trying to navigate our way through a little bit of a crisis and finding our way on the other end. Support, all of the kind words that not just people in the industry, but fans and just people who have followed Comic Watch have given. It means a lot. It means the world. And I'm ready and I'm excited to get back to work.
Yes. Back to work.
So let's do it tomorrow. Stay tuned. We're going to have the rebirth of Comic Watch with a ton of new content, a ton of new stuff, and we can't wait to see you.
See you then.